Who's actually going to get the most out of a high-tech massage chair, and who would be better off putting their money toward a regular spa day? If you're on the fence about spending a few $100s on a recliner that promises a full-body Shiatsu session, you're not alone. The real question is whether the 2023 new massage chair with AI voice control Shiatsu Recliner lives up to the hype for everyday use, or if it's just another gadget that gathers dust. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. When I first started looking into home massage chairs, I kept coming back to three worries: will it actually fit in my living room without taking over the space? Will it massage deep enough to help with my chronic lower back tension? And will the tech, especially the voice-controlled AI, be more of a novelty than a functional tool? Those are the same things that keep most shoppers up at night, because a bad purchase can mean a clunky piece of furniture you never use, or a pricey spa replacement that leaves you still booking appointments. I spent a few days reading through the specs, watching unboxing videos, and listening to a handful of owners talk about how they set up and use similar models. What I learned helped me separate the genuine benefits from the marketing fluff, and it also gave me a clear picture of who should really consider this chair and who should keep scrolling. Let's start with the practical side of things. This chair is marketed as space-saving thanks to a zero-gravity design that folds the backrest flat when you're not using it. In my own apartment, that feature actually matters. The footprint, once fully reclined, is roughly the size of a standard recliner, about 3 feet wide and a little over 3 feet deep. When you press the zero-gravity button, the chair tilts forward and the legs lift, trimming the occupied floor space by nearly a foot. For anyone living in a mid-size home or a condo where every square foot counts, that folding mechanism can be the difference between a functional living room layout and a cluttered one. The assembly claim is another point that caught my eye, because most reviewers I've seen warn that these chairs can be a nightmare to put together. According to the manufacturer, the unit comes with pre-drilled holes and a step-by-step guide that even a non-handy person can follow. In practice, you're looking at roughly an hour of work, mostly tightening bolts and plugging in the power cord. No specialized tools are required, and the instructions include clear diagrams for each stage. If you're comfortable with IKEA furniture, you should be fine here. Now, onto the core promise: a full-body Shiatsu massage with targeted heat. The chair uses a series of rollers that travel along the spine, shoulders, hips, and calves. What matters for real-world use is how those rollers feel on a tight muscle versus a relaxed one. In the demos I watched, the rollers apply enough pressure to mimic a therapist's deep tissue technique without digging into bone. The heat element is subtle, focusing on the lower back where most people store tension. For someone who spends long hours at a desk, a 20-minute session can loosen up the lumbar area enough that you notice less stiffness the next day. It's not a replacement for a professional treatment if you have severe musculoskeletal issues, but it does feel like a solid adjunct for daily maintenance. One of the newer gimmicks is the AI voice control. Instead of scrolling through a menu with a remote, you can say "start a deep tissue session" or "turn up the heat." In a quiet living room, the voice recognition works reliably, especially when you use the default command set. However, the system does have a learning curve. If you have a lot of background noise, kids playing, a TV blaring the chair might ask you to repeat the command. That's not a deal breaker, but it's worth noting that you'll still have the traditional remote as a backup. For tech-savvy buyers who love the novelty of talking to their furniture, the AI adds a fun layer. For those who just want a straightforward massage without extra steps, you might find the voice feature more of a curiosity than a necessity. Let's talk about noise. Older massage chairs could sound like a small engine revving, which is distracting if you're trying to relax or watch TV. The 2023 model uses updated motor technology that most reviewers describe as a low hum, comparable to a quiet dishwasher. It's not completely silent, but you can easily have a conversation or listen to music while the chair does its thing. If you're extremely sensitive to background sounds, maybe you work from home and need absolute quiet, this may still be a minor drawback. So, who should actually consider buying this chair? First, people who experience mild to moderate back or neck tension from desk work, light manual labor, or daily stress. If you're looking for a way to reduce the number of spa visits you make each month, the combination of full-body rollers, heat, and zero-gravity positioning can give you a decent thome.